Welcome back, friends. Today I'm sharing with you two easy casserole dishes, and this first one is a Philly cheesesteak casserole. So you're going to need about 6 slices or so of some provolone cheese. You may need more, and it calls for small shells, a half a pound, so half of the box if you have 16 ounces. 32 ounces of beef broth, and we're going to add that and cook that with the noodles, and I'll show you, everything you're going to do with that. You need 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, which I will probably use more, a half an onion chopped up, and I probably have a little more than a half an onion there because we love our onions. 1 green bell pepper diced, 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and it doesn't have to be softened because we're going to cook that. 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 garlic cloves minced, and I have a little extra there, I think. 1 pound of ground beef, and I'm adding some seasonings to my ground beef, so some garlic powder and some Kinder's Cowboy butter. And you will also need to have a skillet or some type of pan that you can put in the oven that's oven safe. But if you don't, you can also use a casserole dish and cook part of it, on the stove, and then put the rest in a casserole dish and bake it in the oven if you want to do that. The first thing you will do is cook the pasta shells. So add 32 ounces of beef broth to your pot, and then I added some water to that container. So that gave me 32 ounces of water. So I just, put that in, easy measurements there. And then you're just going to cook this according to the package directions. And that's it for the pasta. But you do want to reserve about a half a cup of the pasta water. But I think I reserved 1 cup just to be on the safe side. Then in a pan, like I said, an oven safe pan, melt the butter. And then you're going to saute your onions, your bell peppers, the garlic, and you just want to cook this down until it kind of gets a little bit translucent. Then add the ground beef, and then you just want to break it up into little pieces and brown that, but you want to cook it all the way. And I'm adding, like I said, the garlic powder and some cowboy butter to this because I just love those seasonings and it just makes it taste good. So add whatever kind of seasonings you like. It doesn't call for seasoning the ground beef, but I feel like it should be. So that's totally up to you, but I think that adds a lot of flavor. So I'm just going to cook this until it's completely done. And once that is browned and it's cooked through and I drained off, any of the extra grease, I will melt that cream cheese into that. And I just kind of cut it up into little blocks, just that way it's a little bit easier for it to melt. Now, once that's melted, add the reserved pasta water that you had, which also has, like I said, it's got some of that beef broth in it, so that helps it add some flavor as well. Add in your cooked shells, then just mix this up really well. And once you have that all mixed in, then add your mozzarella on top, and you will mix this in again, and it melts pretty quickly. So once you have all of your mozzarella cheese mixed in, and you can see all that gooiness there, that cheese pull, it's already melting. Then add, on top, you're going to add the provolone cheese. And I kind of flattened the top out a little bit. And then it called for 6 slices of provolone cheese, but that's going to depend on the size of your pan. So I think mine's just a little bit bigger, so I added 7 to cover it. And then you will put this in the oven for about 20-25 minutes on 350, and this is what it looks like when it comes out, until you kind of have all of that cheese melted and you get that brown crust on top a little bit. Really, really good. This actually, it just was so easy and delicious. So definitely one I think your family will enjoy. I know it's one we enjoyed, and it just, like I said, such a simple comfort meal. We just had some corn with it, and that was plenty for us. But definitely a recipe I think you should give a try. This next casserole dish is a Southwestern chicken casserole. So this one's another super easy one, and I love this one because it's literally everything can be mixed in one pan. So you'll see in a second how I do that. But very simple ingredients, and for this you need a 15-ounce can of black beans, and you do want those drained and rinsed. A 16-ounce jar of your favorite salsa, a 10-ounce bag of frozen corn, and you want that thawed, a half a cup of Colby Jack cheese, and you know me, I'm going to probably use more than that. For the seasonings, it called for 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, which I did not have on hand. I was out, so I used 2 teaspoons of taco seasoning, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. And for the rice, you will want to use minute rice, uncooked. That's what the recipe prefers. It says it will not cook any other rice in the time that's allotted for this, so just make sure it's a minute rice. Half of a medium onion diced, and 1.5 cups of chicken broth. It calls for 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, cut into bite-sized pieces. And that is everything you're going to need for this, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy this is. Now, the first thing, I've already have my chicken in there, then I rinsed, I drained and rinsed off my beans, so I put that in the casserole dish. Then I added the corn, and it wasn't completely thawed, which was fine. It will cook through. I added the rice, adding the onions, and then all of that seasoning. And I'm just mixing it up, and then I'm just going to take a spoon and sprinkle it over the top of everything, just so that way there's no clumps of it, when you add the liquid to this. So I just want to kind of get everything a little bit seasoned with it. And that's just my preference. You can do it however you want. But I just find this assures everything's going to get seasoned. Then I add the jar of salsa. Then I'm adding the chicken broth. And then I'm just going to mix everything together. So you cannot get much easier than this by putting everything in one casserole dish. So just be careful, when you mix everything up. But I try to just I'm trying to incorporate everything so you get a little bit of everything in it, as you, when you go to eat this. But I wanted to make sure that it cooks that way. So just do your best to mix it up. But you can also put, if you wanted, you can put it in a bowl and mix it up that way and then pour it in. But I figured the less dishes I had, the better. So this just worked out great. You can also, if you wanted to, spray your pan, but I didn't bother to do that really, since I was mixing everything up like this. And then I kind of just spread everything out and put a sheet of aluminum foil over the top. I put this in the oven on 350, cooked it for about 50 minutes. Make sure that rice gets cooked. And then when it gets to be about the last 10 minutes, you're going to take your cheese and put that on top. So that's the last thing really that you need to do. So this is kind of what it looks like, or it is what it looks like when it's done. And then I put that cheese on top, put it back in the oven for about 10 minutes to let all of that melt. And when you're done, you get all of this cheesy goodness. And this was so delicious. And this one, I just put it in a bowl because this is all, I figured everything's in it. We don't need any vegetables or anything. And it was just a perfect kind of recipe for a bowl instead of a plate. Not liquidy or anything, that's just the way, I prefer to eat it this night. And so many good things in this with the beans and the corn and the rice and the salsa, everything melded together, all those flavors, and you could see that cheesy goodness on there. So good. You can also top it with some sour cream, maybe some green onions, and whatever other toppings you'd like. But really, really delicious. I think it's one that you will enjoy as much as we did. And I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in seeing more like it, please click that subscribe button and the notification bell. That's going to notify you when I post new videos. I thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a very blessed day. God bless y'all.